It's that time again, isn't it? It's that time again. So, we go again. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, whichever part of the world you're from. It's that time again. Welcome along to my live YouTube stream for what is round 3 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup Exhibition Series. And we are at Bathurst for this round. And you know what? It's going to be a tough one. And I'm up for the challenge. My name is Danny C. And let's get down to business, shall we? So, let's have a look on the camera, shall we? Indian Stig, welcome along, brother. Thank you very much. I hope you're well out there. And I hope all is well from your end as well. And go and check out Indian Stig Racing as he throws down the GT3 lobbies, mostly on the weekends. And he also, too, throws down the GT World Series practice lobbies, such as the Nations Cup, Manufacturers Cup, and he does the mystery daily races of whatever car category and laps that there may be, where nobody knows until we get to the very first day of the new week. So Indian Stig's your guy to go and check him out on YouTube, and he also too posts the videos of his daily races highlights nearly every day. So but yeah, that's fresh from yesterday's GT4 lobby, which I enjoyed, which I'd just like to say thanks, to so many of you that are just tuning in, to race in my lobby and say hi and etc. etc. So, but it's been good, regardless, and obviously more fun at the wheel also, and so for today, I'm on the pad this time, just to get that ultra competitive edge, if you get me. So it gets tight the last 2 laps, and tracks gets colder, so be careful, bro. No problem. Appreciate the heads up. So let's come out to the skates room and yeah, go from there. So this is still not like got an achievement. Well, got the below the 2 minute 2, but this is my aim, trying to beat that as I'm along with Witchell, who is also too one of the few people I know who's also in the 2 minute 2s in a totally different car also. So let's get some practice out on the board, shall we? So what's happening is there's going to be 28 laps of this motor race, and I get to put myself into a lobby. What is like for 15 minutes before the 5 o'clock slot puts you into a lobby, depending who you're up against, and obviously there's going to be 5 minutes of qualifying. Hard compound tyres is the only tyre compound you're going to be using, and that, of course, is going to be an interesting strategy as to know, where if you're going to survive it or you're just going to go all out attack. And so we'll just see how it goes, from there, and then, yeah, just get into the flow of things. And as long as it will have a nice, clean race and having the mistakes to as minimum as possible, then so hopefully another good result, but we'll see who turns up on the lobby I get put in. In Asia, top split are most to the 10-9-9. Yeah, it's good to know, in terms of how many laps you could do, for each strategy. So gives you a bit rough idea. But I'll be honest with you that I have not any practice with the race trim alone. It's just literally me, just get like some quality laps in, but then obviously it's just getting to the studying side of things, which is also another thing I have to put that into, put all of my experiences, you know, with racing with tyre and fuel strategy into good use, depending what car like you get put in. And that of course, it's the car that I feel that is the one that that'll get me through the first those 4 races of the exhibition series. And obviously I got like a first place, having started 3rd at Grand Valley, which were a 10-lap sprint race, and then started 6th and then finished 3rd over Deep Forest Raceway, where I went from the medium tyres to the softs. So this time out it's a bit of an unknown, so we'll just have to see how that goes as we go along. Full whack to the rear on the brake balance. So this is another thing about that you're gonna have to bear in mind. It's just to chain the corners together without hitting the walls that hard, because the last thing you're gonna need in the motor race is just to end up with heavy damage to your car, and then effectively ruin your race, or even in the quali. This lap is just over 2 minutes on the hard compound tyres per lap. So you just got to think of when you get into the quali trim, because there's only 5 minutes of that quali session. Then obviously it's just a case of getting it all together, finding some space when you can, and then and that's what I've been on with for the past couple of rounds. So hopefully I get to the chance to go again, find some space, and because it's if you bring it down to say for example with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock, you will be able to get to the the first fly lap, and then within seconds to go you should be able to get another fly lap in also, unless I'm not even aware that the continuation time may not be as long as you like, but I haven't looked at that one yet, unless somebody tells me any different with continuation time with quali and race. So it's nearly 4:45 in the UK, so obviously that's when I'll be put myself into the entry list for the 5 PM slot and go from there. No problem, brother. All the best, and take care. And I'll catch you next time. I'll come out to this, and then any minute to the 5 o'clock slot should be open. Right, we're in. So I'm just gonna run you through just a recap on never mind actually, because I was gonna show the race settings, but obviously the key thing of this Rip Motor race is that there's going to be 28 laps of racing, along with 5 minutes of qualifying. So there's going to be some pit stops involved also. It's going to be a tough one, and I look for some tough challenges for sure. And the thing is, with the upset hill section, it's not easy to chain the corners together whilst you're on the hard tyres. So you just got to hit the apex and every gear change, etc., all together. And you don't want to be doing that too often whilst you're trying to push. a couple of laps practice, I reckon. Too much apex, and that's what happens if you hit the wall that hard. Then you ruin your race and your qualifying. And touching the grass as well. You don't want to be doing that too. Flick it 3 to the rear on the brake balance. Feels a lot better with 3 to the rear on brake balance. So there's less than 3 minutes as well. Welcome along, Shadow. Good to see you, buddy, and I hope you're well. And I will be. Thank you very much for the good luck message on the Manufacturers Cup race. Obviously, as you just tuning in, there's obviously just over 3 minutes left until I get put into a lobby, whichever competitive lobby I'll be in. So obviously what's happening with this motor race is that there's going to be 28 laps of obviously some fast and furious racing, obviously that will involve pit stop strategies with the tyres and fuel, and then so and I'll be honest with you, I have not had any practice on the race trim at all. However, I have done some studying in terms of the numbers on etc. etc. Yep, I'm not even joking. 28 lap race because it's um because I'm an A plus driver, along with like the other 8 drivers who are A ranker as well on the DR. Then that, of course, is the amount of laps you're doing, 28 laps. Whereas and that puts you into the GT1 league. Whereas for people with a low driver ranking, like B or C, for example, or B, I should say, you get put into the GT2, into the GT2 category, which means less laps and so. So the higher the category you're in, the more challenging the races get. So I'm not going to get a lap in for practice, but other than that, I'm just going to go for a quick toilet break, and then yeah, so not a problem at all. And the thing is, when you get put into a lobby, then obviously you're giving like a random number for this one particular race, like number 16. Like that's another annoying thing about to me, like, because obviously I've done the livery design on my own, and yeah, so it's just a bit annoying sometimes that they put like number stickers on the side and covering over some of the sponsored decals. So just be back 2 seconds as I'm going to go for a quick toilet break before quality starts. Yeah, it's been a while. Like, well, obviously this is like me first try doing these sort of things. So now I'm in the lobby. So where does this put me? Any familiar names that you know of, or that I know of? I hope it's the unknown racer. The unknown racer. Yes, yeah, that does ring the door. That name does ring the doorbell to me. So this is how many points that you'll be getting for the race win, which I'm like, okay, fair enough. So my personal best points is 261. Oh, 262, I should say. So if I win this one, then obviously that I get 272. So that the quicker like your lap time goes, then the quicker the lap time, the faster the lobbies you get put in. So it just depends, don't it? So yeah. Good luck, everyone, as we're about to begin qualifying for round 3 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup. Thank you, Shadow. Much appreciated. Gotta let all these people by. You see what I mean? I've been given number 4 for this race. And number 4 for Lando Norris. I'll take that. Go, go, go. Keep the tyres nice and warm. Ready to begin my first flying lap. And then should have enough time to go for another lap as well. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's for sure. Got some times coming in. So that puts me third momentarily. So yeah, we'll get another lap in. purple in the second sector. Let's see what I can do with the third sector as well. It's a personal best. Third will have to do, but it's all to play for. And there's two Mercedes AMG GT320 models up front. And I'm the top non-Mercedes driver like in there also. So I think we're in for a cracker. Yeah, for sure. 28 laps. And it's all about survival. And of course, getting a strategy together also. Not even knowing what fuel map or anyone is going to be on. So it's a rolling start. And I'm just going to put out the message. Have a good race. Good luck. Let's have a clean race. It's a long, long race, ladies and gentlemen. So what you're going to think is that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Thank you, Shadow. Much appreciated. And then turn up the music. Round 3 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track at Mount Panorama. Good luck, everyone. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit. Seen the revs going up from somebody. Can you hear somebody revving the rev? Coming around the final corner to begin round 3 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup at Mount Panorama. We're underway at Australia, and let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. I felt a little nudge, but long way to go. Just need to keep my lines tidy as well. Oh, the leaders at the moment. Oh no! No, the Croatians have spun around and has left the room. This is not what you want. And then about to take second place off the pink car, the pink BW2 Mercedes. And Danny C takes second place. Next up is the leader, a new leader as well. Bit of short shifting to save a bit of fuel. So the leaders are, well, obviously not even doing anything as much of it other than just to get the field closer together in order to allow others behind to save the fuel and can I make the pass? Do I have to make the pass? Best not to. Long way to go. Might be able to go target plus a couple of laps. Got Kari in the Porsche right behind me as well. He's pitting. Gotta go for the push out lap. There we go. First round of the pit stops. I had to push. I could be having posted in there a fast lap time before coming into the pits. I'm keeping my lines tidy. There we go. And just like that, the overcut worked. So I've got to carry in the Porsche behind me as well. Just need to get the tyres a bit into temperature. So this is for the battle for the lead. Nearly into halfway distance. Looks like Kari has crashed behind me. He must have hit the wall. He's hit the wall big style. So that has given me some breathing space. Whereas Sasbo, who also pitted like a lap like a bit earlier than me, I've been given a license to go for the win. And control the race. This is all happening at once at Bathurst. But there's still a long way to go, and a lot can happen for sure. Marty! Welcome along, brother. I hope you're well out there. And if you're just tuning in, I've started third, played the long game like the waiting game at before the first round of pit stops, and pitted one lap later than the guy who was running in second place. And so far so good that the race is coming into my hands, and obviously we had Kari WRX who was right behind me a moment before he hit the wall. That was Kari WRX, the British driver, who's also was right behind me for a couple of laps after the first round of pit stops, and then he went into the wall, sadly. Which then gave me a cushion of a lead between myself and the Hungarian, that is, something like that. Just need to keep that consistency together, and fuel's looking good from my end as well. So if I win this one, I get to 272 points, which is what this lobby is giving me. Having done a practice time of a 2 minute 2.9. So that's what I'll be getting if I win this one. 272 points. 272. So Savo, like, obviously is the one who pitted a lap earlier than me, and Kari as well. Indeed, long way to go, as we're about to reach the halfway mark. And the sun is setting as well, so when the sun goes down with a few laps to go, the track will get a bit colder, and it won't be nice for the hard compound tyres, which is the only compound we're able to use for this particular race, in order to try to keep the temperature in them. Unknown racers left the room. Unlucky. Hope they're okay. Building the gap nicely. Welcome back, Indian Stig. And if you're just tuned in, obviously I started third and managed to get the lead after the first round of stops. Thank you very much. Still a long way to go as we've reached the halfway mark. No problem. No problem at all, Indian stick. No problem. No problem at all, Shadow. So I may be pitting this lap or the next lap. So for a safety measure, I may as well just pit the next lap, as I've got some fuel to burn off as well as the tyres. And I've got quite like a bit of leader between myself and Sabo for as well. So I'm about to come in at the end of this lap in order to fill the car up, put new tyres on, and then see out the race. Some people have pitted it as well, but there's some people who are behind me that are yet to pit it also. Should need to steady my way onto the pit entry. Indeed. Indeed, turbos like him will stayed out. So, with 9 laps worth of fuel left, may as well just go for a push with 8 laps to go. New tyres. It's DDT time. Let's get down to business and go for the win. The leaders in the pits. And that puts me back into the lead and see out the motor race. Copy. And as you can see, the sun's setting and the track temperature's dropping, so just got to be mindful of those last few laps. rested my arm on my armrest. No problem, Marty. Just as you like it. Cool, calm, collected, calculated, and clinical. To sail through before the first round of pit stops. Then, of course, I will stretch out my stint before the second round of pit stops, and then just bring it home. Beautiful sunset. Beautiful sunset up the mountains of Mount Panorama in Australia. No sign of any kangaroos. Feels not too bad. Feels no issue to me. I'm just gonna scroll over one moment. Just a bit of lifting and coasting, which should get me through to the end. And short shifting as well. As we headed down to the last few laps of the motor race, the track's getting a bit colder as the sun goes down. Just need to keep the tyres in in the optimum range to keep it on the track. Love the spitting flames coming out of the Porsche. With 2 laps to go. The lights are on as the venue's gone darker. onto the final lap of round 3 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup round at Mount Panorama in Bathurst. Started 3rd on the road, and of course, having sit behind one of the opponents in front of me, just to save a bit of fuel and so and so. And when he pitted, I went a lap like a beyond, and gone for the push lap when it mattered to try and perform the overcut, and it worked on the first round of pit stops. Then of course I controlled the race throughout when I had another Porsche driver who too was behind me also, who's obviously had an incident somewhere behind me. Must be one of the walls somewhere up the hills or up the mountains, which were unfortunate to see that happen, which I've kept my lines steady and my composure together throughout to ensure I get through the middle part, the first part, this middle part, and of course navigating my way through the last part of the motor race at Bathurst. And of course it's been a very much of a straightforward race in order to get the strategy together and so and so. Coming on to the final straight. Good evening, dude. Welcome along. I hope you're well. If you're just tuning in, I've started 3rd, and I'm about to come across the last sector for one last time and win at the Mount Panorama for the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup Exhibition Series in round 3. I'm very well, thank you. And of course, around the final corner, for one last time, Matt Campbell has won a few of the Bathurst 12-hour races before, and Danny C takes the checker flag as it's Danny C land at Bathurst. Thank you, much appreciated. That's more like it. And as Pete Ponnington said, get in there, Danny. Get in there. So before I looked at the points that I got, I've been given 272 points. So that of course sets me new benchmark for during the course of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup. So 272. Yeah, 272. That's what it said in my lobby. So and I'm just with those who are much quicker, they get a higher point rate, and I'm well, how does this work? Well, that's just GT for you, isn't it? But it is what it is. So I'll take 272 points. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, as I was saying, that we had Matt Campbell who races in sports cars, who won the few races at Mount Panorama in the Bathurst 12-hour in the Porsche, and then it's Danny C's time. Gonna save the replay. So there you have it, 272 points on the board, and yeah, happy days. So I'm just gonna say well, GG's everyone. No problem, Indian Steak. Thank you very much, and all the best as well. And thank you. Oh, he's just left. I was just to say well, GG's back, but as well, but save the replay already, and 272 points. And then the positive thing about as well is that I've increased me driver ranking, so that's a bonus as well. The sportsmanship ranking remains the same as well, or safety rating, whatever you like to call it. So I'll take that. And obviously, a few people who've left the room and not had best of races. So, Chihuahua on the menu. Thank you, Shadow, and yep, much appreciated. And so go and check out Captain Colossus Racing, as he's going to throw down some GT3 lobbies, which will involve tires and fuel, which they call like the burn rounds, involving a little endurance race, like 20-25 minutes. So I'm going to exit the lobby, and so Captain Colossus is the one like to check out on YouTube. So I'm going to check my profile, and then you'll be able to get a clear view on that one also. So there, as you can see, my rankings have gone up on the driver ratings, so happy days. Going to open the ticket and see what I get this time. So it's a 4-star roulette ticket. Maybe more than that, Marty. 10k, so it's better than nothing. And I'm gonna go into the Escapes movie and draw close to the stream. Be 1 second, just gonna grab something also. What have I missed? I still won't buy notes, says Marty. Well, you get like a little something other than just enough cover, like, you know, to top up the fuel as well as the washing the car. And so here's to another race win in the GT World Series. Cheers, everyone. Well needed after today's race. So and that was the stream of round 3 of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup at Mount Panorama. And so started third and got the strategy together, you know, just to sit behind like somebody. And obviously, well, you know, a fan of Marty. I don't mind drinking any, as long as they don't taste like urine. So, well, I don't mind any sort, to be honest. So, keeps you like mind right refreshing. But then when you have like one too many, then it can get you all over the shop. So, but yeah, that's so. After like the first round of pit stops, obviously stayed a lap longer, and I had to push like before coming to the pits, which worked out to a treat. So that, of course, about the middle of the stint, like I had to, like, you know, just control the pace. Also, I converted to red wine pickle up sipper. So you're a fan of wine there, Marty? And so I had another Porsche driver like behind me as well in the middle of that round. So fair dues. So in that case, I noticed that the Porsche driver like behind me, like, must have had a moment to somewhere up the mountains, and I must have like crashed into a wall or something, which compromised his race big style. So it's one of those things when I saw like a big gap, and I just like control it and the make good use of like the tires, the fuel, and so And I also like him again, like him pitted like a lap later than the and Sabo, who was like the nearest challenger on that occasion. So, and then of course I had to put in like him on new set of tires as well as putting some fuel, a certain amount of fuel on to see out the race and get the job done, which got me another race win to my name. And of course, 272 points, and that of course is my new personal best on the single race, which of course, it's coming into like the next round, which obviously is the Nürburgring Endurance, but I'm not sure exact details until like they publish it at some point soon. Once they get through the first couple of slots of uh, the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup for those of us who are participating in the 7 o'clock round as well as the 9 o'clock round. So it depends like on what's best for them, because it will be like this time of the in the UK where a lot like will be a lot of people from the UK will be coming on from work or whatever they're on with always. So yeah, it's well. Other than that, it's been smooth, cool, calm, collected, and another good result. Like well, regardless. So next time I'll be live is Saturday for the final round of the GT World Series World Series, the Manufacturers Cup, in the Nürburgring Endurance. I'm not sure what time specifically will I be on, but we'll see how that goes as we go along. So if you are new, and if you're liking the content, hit the like button. And if you are new viewers and are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. So I'm going to wave bye to the camera. And cheers to another race win also. And on that note, I'll catch you all on the next one when I return to the next episode. Take care, peace, thank you, and bye-bye.